Hello everyone. So I joined Maverick's NA tournament, so pretty much I had to stay up till 4 a.m. competing, and sadly I ended up not qualifying for the top 8. But on the bright side, we got to play against Maverick himself. So we'll go through the matchups and review the games. The three decks I ran are Luxheimer, which I didn't really play too well with it. I played Deep, which I performed really great with, and I played Sejuani Ashe, which was okay, in my opinion, it was alright. So without further ado, here we go. Alright, so first game I'm playing Deep and Maverick is playing Endure deck. Uh, we pretty much, if we get a Trusty, it's really good. We'll mulligan these. I'm gonna obviously keep the Maokai. I didn't keep the uh, 4-1 because every time I keep him, it just gets Valfist. So we go through this game, see what mistakes we did, and what plays we could have done better. Here I decided to just pass. I don't really need to play the Thorny Toad yet, but since he played this, he doesn't have any way to block. I just played the Thorny Toad and attacked with it. Chipped in 1 damage, which isn't too much, but it might be the difference between winning a game or losing. So I was forced to play Joel Hunters here. I need to threaten his Elise, so he won't attack with it, or if he attacks with it, I can kill her effectively. But knowing my luck, he actually had a Wild Feast in his hand, and he killed the Joel Hunters. So now we block with a Thorny Toad, just to take one of the spiders out. And just pass. Here Maokai is honestly the best choice, even though next turn I'm probably gonna take a lot of damage. But Maokai is the best choice here. I could attack here just to try and take one of the units out, but I'd rather not, honestly. He could have another release in his hand, and I would pretty much be proccing it, so that's bad. I would kill one of his units, and he would play Elise, then I'm in trouble. Because he'll level up his Elise. Pass here, of course. Don't have anything to do. So technically he will probably Thresh is really good here. So he will open attack. I will block the 4-4 with the Thorny Toad just to take the least amount of damage and survive. I could block with a Maokai, but you need to remember that his deck runs 2 Furies, so he could kill my Maokai here if I block with him. And I don't want my Maokai to die. He's currently my win condition. I need to mill his deck. Thresh is really good against Endure, I love him. He levels up so easily, and I can take out small units if I need to. We pass. Here I have 2 choices, actually 3, but the best 2 choices is either to play the Eye or the Abyssal Eye, or to play the Wanderer. The Wanderer tosses and heals me for 3, but Abyssal Eye draws me a card, which is currently what we need right now. In his deck he doesn't have an effective way to kill the Abyssal Eye unless he has another Callista, and we kinda hope he doesn't have one. I wanna try and kill the Elise. He might have Fury, but I'm gonna take the risk. And I'll challenge the Callista. I don't want to challenge anything else because I don't want his Callista to level up easily. So we basically were lucky he didn't have Fury. Him playing Who They Endure here gives me information that he doesn't have Neverglade, and he's trying to push as much damage to me right now as he can before I can play Nautilus comfortably. I butchered that word, sorry. Okay, we just pass. We hit deep next turn with Joel Hunters, with Jetson. Okay, I need to block these. So here I made a mistake. I remember making it after I passed, pretty much. So Thresh is gonna die. We can't technically save him, which is sad, but yeah. So the mistake is I blocked everything correct except for the Maokai and the 2-1 Dodgers thingy. We hit deep. I'll tell you where I made the mistake here. So we hit deep with the Jetson. Okay, so I moved the Maokai to the 3-3, which is correct. This is fine, I guess. But the 2-1, I kept it on the 1-1, which is a mistake. I should have blocked the 4-4 because now I'm in range for Atrocity. This pretty much drops me to 5 HP. He could have Atrocity'd his Who They Endure and I would have lost the game. I messed up here and I was lucky I didn't lose. He could have even Atrocity'd his own Kalista. Because I didn't have a grasp in my hand, I would have just lost the game. I think he maybe had it, but he knew I might have a grasp or a vengeance, so he just didn't use it. But yeah, that was a misplay from me. If I plugged that 4-4, 4-3, I would have had I would have pretty much played around it. So Nautilus here, he technically doesn't have a way to win. Even if he furies and uses Atrocity, he can't. He doesn't have enough mana. So right now we want our other Nautilus to counter his Who They Endure. Okay, so he took out the Abyssal Eye. He left the Maokai. So this means he has Who They Endure and Atrocity in his hand, to the point that he doesn't care if I mill him. That's what his play tells me. But you can mill me, I don't care. I have all the cards I need in my hand. So we're gonna level up Mao, of course, mill him. He has also a 2-1 blocker, which if I kill, he draws a card. That also helps me win the game faster. I'll also play Wanderer here to heal myself up, so I don't be in range for most of his 5 damage units, like what's her name, Kalista. Like he could play Kalista and then Atrocity and I would lose. So being at least above that is kinda better. So we attack with these. I'm not gonna attack with a Maokai, I don't want him to die. I'll challenge this. And he has to block here. He's gonna draw a card, probably here. He doesn't want me to heal twice. This pretty much is forcing him to draw a card. So he needs to pretty much end it soon, before he draws too much cards. So him passing like that tells me one thing. We already established that he might have who they endure and atrocity. That's why he allowed me to mill him. If I play anything right now, he's gonna drop who they endure immediately. He's scared of another Nautilus in my hand. That's why he's passing so I can play something and get my mana below 4 and then play who they endure. So what we're gonna do is just pass. We're not gonna do anything. We're pretty much faking, or what's the word, bluffing, that we have a Maokai in our hand. So he doesn't just drop who they endure recklessly. I still have to try and stay above 4 mana, so he thinks I have another Nautilus. He could drop who they endure here and open attack with it, that is also a thing. I can block with one unit, but it's probably gonna be a lot, like really buffy, that I can't block enough damage. I'm not sure how much it is right now. But if he does play it, I'm probably gonna try to draw cards and maybe get my Nautilus out. Because I have a good chance of drawing a Nautilus soon. Yeah, we have 9 cards. Uh, we're gonna toss 2, so we have pretty much 7 cards and we have 2 Nautilus in there. Okay, so he didn't play it. I'm just gonna draw cards here. I can safely draw. He has no play that can end this game here. And we got the Nautilus. We play Abyssal Eye. So at this point, the game is over, I think. Yeah, I don't think he can do anything. The only play he can do is play Fury to kill one of my units, but that's pretty much not enough, honestly. I can block with my units and then use Nautilus's ability and get rid of the Neverglade, so he won't heal and he won't deal damage. My only goal here is to not drop really low, because he might have a Fury and an Atrocity for next turn, which I can't counter pretty much with Nautilus, but it doesn't matter here, I can actually counter it now. Pretty much he doesn't have a board anymore. I can just open attack next turn and win the game. We open attack with everything. And he has nothing in his deck that can help him survive this. And that's first game. Let's go to the second one. Alright, so game 2, I'm playing Sejuani Ashe, and Maverick went with Endure again. So I kinda wanna keep the Wolf because it helps me against Elise. Reckoning is kinda heavy for early, I kinda don't want it. But I want the Hard Guard. Like Hard Guard can buff my units a lot. I don't want the Elixir, honestly. Okay, we got a 2-drop, that's okay. We got another 2-drop, that's also good. Okay, he played Elise. I'm gonna play this. I will block. So here I just decided to block his spider, so his Elise won't get a lot of spiders on board and level up. Because the leveled up Elise is really threatening. I want... So here I want to kill his Elise. But the thing is, Maverick just passes. He doesn't play anything, it just passes. And he runs 2 Furies in his deck, so I don't know if he has a Fury or not. And I don't wanna attack, lose a unit, and next turn he just attacks me and deals 3 damage to my face without me having anything to counter it. So I'd rather just pass and see what he wants to do and make him waste a little bit of mana. I'm gonna block here. If you use Fury here, it's fine. We play Omen first before the Sentry, because in case he kills the Sentry with a File Feast, which he will do right now, I buffed my 2 units in the deck. So now when I draw a card, I draw a buff unit. And we drew a Hearthguard that's a 6/6, which is pretty much annoying to him when I play it. Now, Cooling Strike is a really important card against this deck. It's used for 3 purposes: killing Elise, killing Neverglade, or freezing his Endure, who they endure, and killing it. Right now, I don't want to use it to kill Elise at all. I just want to save it and use it against either Neverglade or who they endure. I'll play the Hearthguard first, buff my units more. Now every unit in my deck is +2/+2. I want to use my, what's it called? Cooling Strike on the Neverglade now, but he passed. So since he passed, I'll pass back and I'll kill his Neverglade with my Sejuani. So with this, I save my Cooling Strike for a more important target, which is who they endure. We basically freeze it with the Archer and then use Cooling Strike once it's dropped. So at all times we have to have an Archer in our hand and not waste it. I can't attack with the other units because the 2/1s will block, so we just attack with a Sej. Okay, I'll just pass, making him waste some mana. Okay, so we obviously are gonna play this. This draws me 4 cards, and it pretty much means I win the game at this point. At least like 90% I won the game. My hand is so full. His hand is kinda still okay, but right now I have a huge lead over him. So I could have just passed, but right now here I'm trying to bait him to use his Who They Endure, because I have an Archer and Cooling Strike ready to kill him. So it was a worth play, but he ended up not playing it.
A tribute to the Spider God. There you are.
So here I made a mistake. He pretty much attacked, and I could have saved my 7/2, but I didn't. I just let it die, and I think that was a misplay. I could have actually saved it. Also, another misplay I made is blocking with the Hearthguards. Look how I blocked. I blocked the 6/6 on the Elise and the 5/5 on the small Spider. Now what this means is if he uses Fury on the Elise lives and it kills my target, my 6/6 target. So I would rather my 5/5 die rather than my 6/6. So that was a misplay. But luckily he didn't use Fury. We'll just pass here. Okay, now we have Reckoning, so we're looking to use Reckoning sometime this game. It can be a game changer, it can clear all his board. Reckoning pretty much kills all his units except for a leveled up Callista or Who They Endure, unless I freeze Who They Endure. So Reckoning is pretty much a game changer against this deck. Usually you don't want to play Archer if you want freeze units to freeze his Who They Endure, but I already have 2 Archers and I have a Harsh Wind, so I can safely just play the Trappers and put what are they called? Enraged Yetis. I think Maverick's hand is really bad right now. So he played this, if I remember correctly, just to play the 0 mana thing, yeah, the Butcher. Just to put something on board. Here I'm getting greedy. I could have just used Reckoning and cleared his board, but I want him to play more. I feel safe enough to force him to play more. I'll block with Omen because it doesn't really matter at this point. I'll just play Reckoning. I could have played Reckoning before, but I want to see if he's gonna open attack with everything or not, which you obviously won't. He needs blockers. So now we play Reckoning, take everything in his hand out. If he does play what's his name, Who They Endure, I can freeze it with Archer and kill it with Calling Strike. So I'm kinda safe from Who They Endure. Okay, at this point he has 3 mana left. Wherever his units are in his hand, they're kinda not threatening at all. I'll play the Archer here, get something on board. I have a second Archer, so I'm kinda fine if I need an Archer. And I'll Cooling Strike this just to end the game. It's pretty much over at this point. Even if he gets a blocker, he won't be able to block everything on my board. I also have a Fury, so... and Elixir, if I need to keep something alive. And that was it. We won against Maverick. Sadly, we didn't win the tournament or like get to top 8. I misplayed in some games and played poorly, but it was fun. I did end up staying till 4 a.m., around 4 a.m., which was hell. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Take care and goodbye.